Hey. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes, good morning, y'all. I'm rocking my new hairstyle, y'all. I was just looking at my mama pictures, and this how my mama used to wear her hair back in the day. This how my mama hair used to look, y'all. So I went out and I put in these little crochet braids. And I said, I'm gonna look like my mama today. So that's what I'm doing. This is how my mama used to wear her hair. She had a healthy head of hair. And so I guess back in the day, back in the 20s, this hairstyle was popular. And you had a lot of blacks wearing this hairstyle. And all of it then went curly. Some of them had curly hair like this. Some of them would wear their natural nappy hair like this also. So this is truly a hairstyle from back in the day from my ancestors, especially my mother. How y'all doing? Anybody got a hangover today? Yeah, that 4th of July. We grew up celebrating 4th of July. I did too, y'all. I celebrated 4th of July and, my birthday at the same time because my birthday is on the 6th of July. So, where everybody at this morning? Got a hangover? Some of y'all had to go to work today, I'm sure. Yes. Uh, Today we're gonna be talking. We're still on the 4th of July. We're gonna be talking about the meaning of picnics, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Now we use the word picnic lightly because we don't know where the word picnic come from. Picnic. Yes. How many of us grew up? Yeah, let's just go on a picnic. Let's just get some food and go to the beach and we're gonna have a picnic. Not knowing where the word come from, not knowing the meaning of it, right? So we got a lot in our history that we need to be learning. Yes, we do. Anyhow, I know it's early. It's 10 o'clock my time, so I don't know. Yeah, some of y'all still in bed, some of y'all at work, some of y'all got to get the coffee out to get the hangover from the 4th of July. But let me tell y'all about this 4th of July now. It's hard to break tradition. I didn't realize I was so brainwashed until I tried to break the tradition. So I'm trying to, I got 3 people on here. Welcome. Say something to me, y'all. Yeah, I always told y'all if just one person was watching me educate, I would have been achieved my accomplishment as an old lady. Yeah, well, I'm talking about breaking tradition now. You guys don't have to bang people in the head because that's what I was doing. I was turning people off. I was so excited about learning, deprogramming myself to my history till I started turning people off. So don't y'all do like me. I'm turning people off, y'all. I'm like, well, trying to teach them history at the worstest time. This is the 4th of July. They drinking and partying and playing cards, and I'm over there trying to teach. No, family member gonna be tell you in a minute. I don't want to hear that black shit. That's what they used to tell me. Then one day my daughter sat me down and talked to me. And she said, "Mama, you gotta, just get your environment where you want to teach about this history of the 4th of July. Cause it ain't gonna never work while everybody trying to play cards and drinking." So I'm just trying to give y'all as an example. Don't be banging people in the head with it. Be strategic with how you gonna teach this thing about the 4th of July and Christmas too. Yeah, all these traditions is very hard to break. It's something you grew up in, so it's ingrained in your brain. So, what I do now, the people gonna be celebrating anyway, your family members. I'll go over there. I don't be screaming at them no more, trying to bang Black history in their head during the celebration, but I do know that's where everybody gonna be at. I'm gonna go over there, take pictures, have a good time, and go. And I know what's the meaning of these holidays. I know it's not meant for us, but a lot of us gotta take time out to heal and deprogram from it. So we're going to talk about love and marriage Huntsville today. And this, I'm focusing on Letitia and Marcel Scott. Yes. Y'all know last time I focused on that, it was a great big old mess going on with Wanda. But I'm going to tell y'all this. I've not been watching these. These are little trailers that's popping up, and one trailer that popped up that caught my eye was Carlo King. Carlo King had Carlo King had Wanda on there and Marceau. So I didn't watch it all, but I turned it because I was very felt very sad that this would be on national TV, that the producer of the show would join in and drag Melody. Carlos was asking Wanda questions like, Melody said, your baby's dad was in her DM. I guess was it Mr. Horace Bester is his name. And yeah, and he was asking her all kinds of negative questions that will cause for negative answers, and Marceau on the side co-signing. So they were dragging Melody on Carlos King. Now Carlos King, that's not right. No, that's not right for you to drag that woman along with her castmate. You supposed to be the example. Yes. And for the life of me, I don't know why he keep bringing Miss Wanda on TV to represent Black women. Miss Wanda cannot represent Black mothers. Yeah, you have Miss Van. You have other people, Miss Marlene. You have two more other mothers on that show that have been outstanding, representing the Black community in a very positive way. Now y'all see Miss Marlene. Now she don't hardly say nothing, but she always co-sign her son, try to give her son encouragement. But you never see that lady in junk. You never see Miss Marlene in junk. And same with Miss Van. Now we're gonna talk about let me see how many y'all on here. 16. Oh, 18 now. Well, how y'all doing? Say something to me so I know y'all on here. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Tisha. So I saw a clip with Tisha, y'all. It was a clip where she was by herself. And that's very unusual for Tisha to be by herself. She always got Marceau with her husband. But this time, she was by herself. And Tisha was talking to some relatives. Now, these relatives, they didn't look like hillbillies. Let's just put it like this. It was some uncles and aunts. They were mature looking. They looked educated. But Tisha was talking about buying land and saying that she wanted to put the land in grandma's name. So at once I started thinking, what a copycat this girl is. There's nothing wrong with that. That's very positive buying land, y'all. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not I'm not criticizing her for wanting to do that. But she is a copycat. Yes. Tisha copy everything. Who do that sound like? My grandma. I'm naming this after my grandma. First, it started with Mel, right? Mel is the one that was gonna name wine after her grandmother, and of course, Martell took it and ran with it. And now you got Tisha talking about copying cat off of Mel when it comes to the comeback group. Y'all remember that? That's what the comeback group was about, buying land and developing in the community. So this is what Tisha says she wants to do, which is good. But I'm just saying that she copies a lot off of Mel. Then I saw, well, good morning. Finally, somebody spoke to me. I am Unique. Good morning. Yes. Good morning, Miss Unique. I like your name. I am Unique. Yes, you are. So, anyway, y'all. So, I was looking at Tisha, and then one day I'm going to play this for y'all. I did a tribute. Y'all call it spoken words. We call it poetry in my day. I was the champion, y'all. I was the champion. Like it would have been today's spoken word. I would have been the champion of spoken word today. But back in my day, we call it poetry. And I won all those poetry contests. But so what I did was put one up with Melody, and she copied that. So I couldn't even find it. I'm going to show y'all that today. I'm going to do my commentary from that today. So let's get into Carlos. Carlos dissed Mel. He dissed Mel. Carlo, Masu, and Wonder, all on that stage, was up there dissing that girl. That was sad. I turned it. And like I told y'all, I just be seeing these little trailers pop up here and there. And that's what I do my commentary from. Because to tell y'all the truth, Mel has literally been pushed to the side. Every once in a while, they'll pop up for what, a good 3 minutes or 2 minutes. That's all you see of her. But who do you see? You see the Scots. That's who you're seeing. You seeing the Scots. So the show have emerged to something different. It's all about the Scots now. That's what the show is. And then when you get to the producer, it's all about the Scots with the producer. Carlos, mostly who he done interviewed. He done interviewed Tisha. He done interviewed Wanda twice, cause Wanda got on there talk about popping stuff with your pop bottle. Oh, wait a minute. How did she say the girl? Open a pop bottle with your coochie? Yeah. And then now, this latest trailer, he got her sitting on stage and she's still dissing Melody, Marceau agreeing, and Carlos firing shots also by giving them these negative leading questions. So this have really become sad, y'all. What a sad, sad day when we pick up the TV and see Wanda Leith Moore as the example of a black mother, as the example to represent a black family. Okay, this is what I want to get into. So we're still on the 4th of July, and let's go over what picnic means. Yesterday I forgot it, y'all. So I had to come back today and finish giving y'all the 4th of July history. But yesterday I looked at it, I said, oh my God, that's not even on there what I wanted to tell them, not everything. So this will be part 2. So let's go over what went on there. Yesterday was the meaning of picnic. I know briefly I described it, but I did have a video on it. So let's go. This is, can you tell me how the word picnic came about? Okay. There is a rumor about that name. Say that it come from a racist party of picking blacks for lynching. Yes, y'all. Y'all see they were gathered, they were announcing in church. The preacher now, the preacher will announce in church where it's going to be, the location, bring your children, bring your lunch, bring your everything. They have already picked a nigga to hang for the 4th of July. Or it can just pick a nigga for the picnic. You know, it would just have to be the 4th of July, but that's what we're focusing on. Okay. So it says that there is a rumor of that the name came from racist practice of picking blacks for lynching and celebrating the occasion with foods and games. So how do we celebrate 4th of July? Food. We gonna barbecue, yeah. We're gonna have drinks, games. We may be playing cards. The children, they outside, they playing games outside. So it says, have you ever heard of this explanation about where picnic come from? So the answer is, I have. There are various stories about the origin of picnic that are circulating that is linked to Black America. Number one, picnic was shortening of pick a nigga. Picnic. Pick N-I-C is for the nigga. Pick a nigga. It referred to our community. And our community means that's where they're going to pick the nigga from, somebody black. So they're having gathering. They're gathering their families. They come from all around with their lunch boxes. Even the little children is on there. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Yes. You look beautiful. Sherry Armour, I listen to you every day. They should be ashamed how they're acting ratchet. Okay, Miss Armour. All right, so we still talking about pick a nigga, yeah? So there's a lot of truth from this. There is a lot of truth. So now y'all know that picnic means just picking a nigga to go hang. And all these Europeans gonna bring their children, their lunch boxes. They gonna have a great time. And not only did they hang them, after they hung them now, we'll talk about their body part. They cut off at the tongue, cut the ear out, the eyeballs, their hand, and God knows they never, if it was a black man, they gonna always get that penis. Something about the black man penis. They always cut off the black man penis. And these people would put these organs in jars and preservatives and save them as souvenir, y'all. Wow, that's barbaric, man. Just to even thought of that. But anyhow, so we're talking about picnic and where that comes from. So let's get into. I'm finna turn the lights off. Hey y'all come turn the lights off for me. They're my little assistant, my little grandkids. I told them they had to turn the lights off for me. Hey, come turn the lights off. I'm gonna be reading this. Kimberly Craig, looking cute. Oh yeah, looking cute, Kimberly. Come turn these lights off in here for me, so I can do my. Yeah, thank you. This is my mama hairstyle. back in the day, Come on, say hi. I know you want to say hi too. Hi. Great grandkids, y'all. Okay. Thank y'all. But anyway, this hairstyle come from my mom. Mama used to wear her hair like this. Thank you. All right, y'all. Go on now. Go. Okay, y'all. The first thing I'm going to is. I noticed. It seems like it's. Oh, Lord.
The wildfires, the heat domes, the higher sea level rise, these are part of the same phenomenon.
Gotta wait till the ad go out, y'all.
Is that after this situation, you know what I'm saying? Is that we're gonna be right back here in a few months, right? And see, this is why this is gonna take a lot less out of it. Because there's going to be apologies. There's going to be, but there's going to be apologies. There's going to be, I didn't know, and I can't believe it. Let's talk about it. And that at that point it's going to be inauthentic. You have a choice right now to do something. And I'm not saying I won't accept an apology. I'm saying I'll accept an apology.
I think they're talking about their marriage and how people gonna have to come back and apologize to him and her because they got this fantastic marriage.
She would never be the same.
I'll just move different.
Yeah.
I'll just move because now I have the capacity to do these things.
We won't ever be friends again.
Hey,
but we're family.
Look,
period.
Man, and that's my thing. It's like I have the choice to hurt people and I choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
I have a choice to be rude.
I got beat down because I chose not to say certain things about people.
Yeah. and so I'm like, at this point right now is that you continue this life. All right? There's only two kind of people in this world. Those who give the most they can to get what they want, and those who give the least they can to get what they want. And you gotta make a choice of the two, which are you. And so if I'm the person that's gonna give the most I can to get what I want out of this relationship, well, I'm gonna do the bare minimum and make this person, I'm gonna do just enough to get by. And people hurt and people want to do something and they want to claw their way to the top. You enjoy that.
Yeah.
And see how that works out for you. I guarantee you I'll be here in the end.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You
Yeah.
can't hurt me too many times.
Okay, we're moving it on along now.
To watch OWN now than ever before. For more information,
I'm on that.
go to findown.tv.
I'm gonna let them speak for themselves. They claim that they don't be trying to hurt nobody. That's what they claim, right? So next we're gonna go here. We still on Tisha now. Hopefully I got it. Okay, here we go. Fake ballers. This is called fake ballers, y'all. I gotta find it. Where they at? All right, y'all. It's coming up. Lord Jesus, where you at? Where you at, fake ballers? Oh, okay. Y'all talk to each other down there while I find it. The folks will pop right on up. Fake ballers. Shit. Let me just see what this do. Okay, all right, y'all. I'm sorry. Fake ballers is what I'm looking for. It's not up here. All right, let me go on to something else, and then I'll come back to fake ballers. Okay. I wonder why it didn't pop up.
Yeah. Grandma.
What?
We cleaned up your room.
All right. I'm gonna find it, y'all. Just be patient with me. I apologize. Okay, I'm gonna go to Crystal Jordan then. Let's just go to Crystal Jordan. Oh, here it go. Let's go. Here go. It's on this row. Okay, let's go to this commentary. Here we go. Fake ballers. Okay, Marceau and Tisha Scott. I found it, y'all. Hey, this is Black Tie Tech. I'm gonna put the disclaimer up. Everything for entertainment and educational purposes. And if music come up, I don't own rights to this song. This is the Crystal Jordan interview. And first of all, I want to thank all of my subscribers, new and old. And about the Titanic book, I just want to let you guys know that I am an independent publisher. Now look, I learned that from you young people. Y'all remember when Tupac and all those rappers like Ice Cube came up in the 90s? They were selling CDs out of their cars. They learned entrepreneurship to keep the money out of their other people's hands, the larger society. So I learned that from you young people. That's what I learned that from. I am an independent publisher. If you're interested in the book, you have to email me directly and I will send a book to you. 7 business days, and the book is $15. So we got that out the way. Anything else about the book? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I got the book out the way, and I talked about the subscribers. If y'all see these little that writing up there, I'm just reminding myself. So we're going to talk about this Crystal Jordan interview. Marceau and Tisha, they drag Neil on Crystal Jordan. They dragged that woman. And Marceau was gossiping like a girl. I could see why he need a bra. Y'all saw him when he took his shirt off on the beach. I'm like, oh my God, how does she lay next to some titties bigger than hers? This man had a nerve to body shame big girls. Did y'all see that interview? He's talking about he didn't like big girls, and he did. His body flabby. I'm an old woman, and ain't no man like that gonna lay next to me. No man with no titties bigger than mine ain't gonna lay next to me, because I don't want no titties flopping all over my face. Oh Lord. So anyhow, so my soul tried to body shame big girls. But one thing he need to know is he need to keep his own shirt on, because I'm telling you, keep the shirt on, not on. Sight to see. When Marceau was standing up there on that beach with his shirt off, it traumatized me. Oh Lord, keep the shirt on. Keep the shirt on, Marceau. So let's just talk about this Crystal Jordan interview. Now, look, they drug Mel. Now, both of them said that they forgive Martell, but they didn't forgive Mel. They said that Martell apologized. Even though Mel apologized also, they still don't forgive her. Now I know why. Do y'all remember that 40 acres deal? That would have brought millions and millions of dollars to them, right? Y'all see, that's that copycat. That copycat that Tisha and them doing. Yeah, that 40 acres and a mule. Now she's trying to come up like that's her idea. Like, it stemmed from her grandmother. Mel found out something, and Mel bailed out. She bailed out because Mel liked money. That would have really put a lot of money in Mel's pocket also, but that sister is smart. She bailed out. And is it possible? Because she knew about how they don't handle their business financially? Is it possible she knew about the crimes and she did not want to be attached to that? But anyhow, Mel bailed out and cost them millions of dollars, because that was their way of trying to get up to be a millionaire. So they count all those cookies when they try to count all those cookies that they don't have. Now, but still on the financial thing, the hoax helped Tisha and Marceau out. Y'all remember that, don't y'all? Miss Van did too. Miss Van, and Mel, and Mel's brother. They all are real estate brokers, and they've been in this game a long time. That's why they called Van in to help grow their business, right? They have been really nice to the Scots. But y'all, now we can see what we're dealing with. We always knew that we were dealing with some backstabbing people, some ungrateful people. But now, since we got their criminal records, we're dealing with allegedly thugs. Thugs, that's what we're dealing with. This is who Mel dealing with. So that explains how they able to drag mail and how they able to be ungrateful because they want to be the new power couple. They want to be the new power couple and can't even pay a $257 fine. Have to get liens on their house for as little as 200 and some dollars. So these are the big ballers that we're talking about. So then Martell goes to and asks them for a favor because y'all know everything Martell been through. He tried to find his way back financially. So he remembered, we put the hoax on game. We put Marceau and Tisha Scott on game. Now maybe they're gonna help me. So guess what, y'all? They don't even have the decency to help this man. Tisha, just like her mama girl, that girl got her mama down pat. She says no, period. Okay? Marceau, he was going to say no anyway, but see, he slipped. He left Tisha to do his dirty work. Because when Martell came to him about trying to get him a lifted hand, he said he had to ask Tisha. But he had never, ever, ever respected Tisha's decision. Y'all know that. Now, y'all know that. Y'all saw that part where he told Martell that he had to consult with Tisha. Now, this man have always treated Tisha like a little kid. He had never valued her opinion or asked for her opinion. So that's why I say that he didn't want to help Martell. He could have just said, yeah, I'll help you out, man. But he didn't say that because he didn't want to help Martell. He put it off on Tisha. Going to Carlos. Carlos have Tisha and Destiny on his show. Then they go drag Van. They drag Miss Van now out of all people. Now, this is older, y'all. Now, Carlos got Wanda and Marceau on his show now dragging Melody. What? This producer ain't got no more sense than that. He's supposed to be the bridge. He's supposed to be the educated one to turn that stuff around about Mel. But no, he didn't. He just sticking a knife straight on in Mel's back. That's what Carlos doing with Marceau and Wanda. That just floored me when Tisha, with the type of low-life mother she got, would drag Van. But see, I'm going to tell you something. Karma hit her back in a flash with the bat of an eye. Her mother came on there talking about, oh, yeah, she just loves sex. And she loved to put pop bottles between her coochie and open it. Yeah, Karma hit her back in her face like a bat of the eye when she was trying to paint Miss Van as being trash. But her mother is trash and her mother can't. Oh, Lord. Now, you know what? I got to say this before I forget it. This woman said I couldn't talk. So even when I'm in my lower self, I'm able to speak better than you, Wanda. But anyway, okay, you guys, we're gonna keep it moving. Now, okay? I want to ask Carlos this: why would you bring someone like one to represent the Black woman, to represent Black families? You had Van. You had Miss Van, Miss Vanessa Roger, the author, the broker. You had this outstanding woman that had raised an outstanding child. You even had this woman, it got a business mind. Okay, y'all. Anyway, you guys, hope you guys enjoy. Okay, this gonna lead up to where I'm gonna do my spoken words, what we call it poetry. But later on, I couldn't even find it. I play it for y'all later. Tisha came back and did the same poem for herself. She just was a copycat. But listen, I'm speaking on copycat. Y'all see where Melody has that blonde, right? Tisha dragged Melody for wearing blonde hair. And guess who's copying? In the trailer, this last trailer, she's sitting up there with blonde hair. I don't like Tisha is cute now. She's a pretty girl, but that blonde hair did not do nothing for her. But she liked to copy off of people. She does not do anything original.
False statements about Marcel. How do you know that?
This is the Krista Jordan interview too, y'all. I think
These false statements about Marcel. How do you know they're false? Because I know they're false. How do you know they're false? Are they real? That's me. Okay, that's what you say. Okay. You feel like Marcel's have been doing something and you know about it. You know the pain of that situation. So if you know something, why wouldn't you come to me and say something to me? You know why I wouldn't dare tell you anything? Because you don't believe I say to myself, figure it out on your own. Figure it out on your own. I don't have to figure out anything because I know my husband is faithful. Just because your husband did it ain't no just because. It ain't no just 3.5 years. So this is what I want to say. When your husband's at the bar, late at night coming home at 5, 6 in the morning, you might want to roll up, put them kids, get them kids to stay and roll up to the bar. Roll up to the bar.
yeah, roll on up to the bar, girl. Roll on up.
Be real with someone when they don't want to hear the real anyway. That's all I'm saying. Roll up, honey, don't call me sweetie. Remember, that's what I'm talking about. You do don't do this, but then you do it. You know what? This is not going to go anywhere. You're not being honest. Oh, yeah, I'm not being honest. I'm not being honest, y'all. That's fine. Good luck with you and your husband, his 3.5-year relationship. And good luck with yours. I'm not going to give you all your information, but I'll give you the receipts when you're ready. Oh, I have a receipt for that BMW. When you're ready to see them. Marcel has a matching BMW with somebody, and it's not his wife.
Now y'all know that was a low blow right
Like
there.
I said, it's real. To this day, we have not volunteered any extra information about anybody. You know?
Y'all know that was low down for her to say that to that woman. That woman, I believe she was pregnant at the time, and she was grieving and hurting, and this girl just took that knife and just stabbed this woman as deep as she can in her heart, because I know that hurt male feelings. Yeah, that was low down to her. Is she trying to pretend like she don't do nothing? She is always the victim. These two. But listen how they drag Mel on this interview.
Tisha did say that BMW comment.
Right, yeah.
But the crazy part about that is that the way she got the picture was from Melody.
Oh, wait a minute.
Right. Mel did when her woman's intuition after a girl called and she started doing all this different digging. She found all these different receipts. She shared those with Tisha during that time with Bonnie.
Okay.
And so then with Tisha, when she started going off her in the coffee house, like, maybe you can roll up and start doing this, like, well, maybe you can go check on that BMW. Because if we're throwing shots right now, we're throwing shots. And this is the same shots. I mean, she threw a shot back with her own book, so.
Yeah.
But
So why are you so glued and disdain? Because I walk like I got oil wells dancing between my thighs? The black woman is beautiful. The black woman is blessed. And still like dust she shall rise. Out of the huts of history's shame, she rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, she rise. She shall rise. So I'm dancing, I'm happy, and I'm glowing in Jamaica. That's what I'm doing. I rise. I rise. I have rise.
But we're not like that, though. Now, we don't want to fight amongst friends. There's so much more we believe that we can talk about and discuss as it relates to marriage, love, business, and things like that than just this same thing over and over and over.
I guess because, you know, even when I talk to Carlos, it's like that storyline, them being the focal point in this power couple and that the breakdown of their marriage, I think it's just, it's been hard to watch. I know it had to be hard for you all to watch. Marcel, even in the middle of all this, you and Marcel seem cool. Like, the problem seems to be the women, which is really weird. Yeah, that even really Marcel is the one that, you know, brought the situation to fruition in the relationship, and he's fine with everybody. The problem ended up being Melody, who actually was the victim, which is ironic.
I think that I have a God given ability, and I don't know if this is really God. I ain't gonna put it on God, but I changed my expectation of people almost instantaneously.
Yeah.
So the second you lie, or the second I realize.
Let us embrace our beloved sister Melody as she healed. As she healed, we need to embrace her and quit downing her. But this is a picture of a rug in my house. It's a picture of the Black woman. Everything in my home represents the Black woman. Even my purse. When I go out in the public, my purse represents the Black woman. Every picture in my home represents the Black woman. You know why? Because the Black woman comes from all walks of life. She can be a homemaker. She can be a welfare recipient. She can be a doctor or a lawyer. She can even be homeless. But there's something mysterious about the Black woman, because still, like dust, she shall rise. She will rise. She will come out like diamonds. She will put her head wrap on, her jewelry and her makeup on, go out and face the world, y'all. Go out and face the world. All this racism out here that we have to go through. All just watching our children being gunned down every day by police brutality. But you know what? The Black woman is strong, because still, like dust, she shall rise. Rise. Still like dust. Still like dust, the Black woman will rise. Still like dust, the Black woman will rise.
So, and I think that's the way that I protect myself. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be hard as hell to hurt Marshall twice.
Yeah. Listen, my animal said the best. Once people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
Yeah.
However, Marcel did come to us and apologize to us on camera. Mm-hmm. So at that point, we was like, oh, this is just not for show. He's sincere. Yeah. So that's why I've been able to move forward with Marcel.
Mel apologized too.
What I did was wrong. You know, I did X, Y, Z. And so I'm like, you know what, Marcel? You did what you did, but I appreciate you coming to apologize.
And the truth is, I can forgive, I can forget, I can move forward. But what I won't do is lose the way.
Look, y'all. Y'all see that shit? This girl said that she forgives. They both forgive Martell, but not Melody. Melody apologized before Martell. And also, Tisha's still blaming Mel for putting out cheating rumors, but it started with her mother. It started with Wanda, y'all. Y'all remember that? And then even on Carlos' nightcap, this trailer that he's showing now, he asked Wanda, did Marceau ever cheat? Wanda said, yeah, she thought that he had cheated, allegedly. So they can quit blaming Mel for starting rumors that her husband cheated, that Marceau cheated. It started with her own mother. But anyhow, I think they mad at Mel because Mel bailed out of that combat group. All that land and that and all that money they thought they was gonna get. That's what they mad at Mel for.
Right.
Allegedly. So, why are you so disdained with gloom towards me? Cause I woke like I got Orwells between my thighs. Cause I woke like I got diamonds between my thighs. Maya Angelou also said this, Tisha. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you besieged with gloom? Cause I walk like I got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns and the certainty of tides. Just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lower eyes, shoulder falling down like teardrop, weakened by my sober cry. Does my heartiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? Cause I walk like I got gold mines pumping in my living room. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your haughtiness, but still, like ducks, I'll rise. I'll rise. Still, like ducks, I'll rise. Still, like ducks, I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lower eyes, shoulder falling down like teardrop, weakened by my sober cry. Does my heartiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I'll bear in the tide. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I'll bear in the tide. Leaving behind me nights and nights of terror and fear, I rise into a daybreak so wondrously clear, I rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I got diamonds in the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise up from a past that's rooted in pain. I'll rise. Okay, you guys, that was one of my poems by Dr. Maya Angelou. Okay, you guys, that was one of my poems by Dr. Maya Angelou. Okay, you guys, that was one of my poems by Dr. Maya Angelou. Okay, you guys, that was one of my poems by Dr. Maya Angelou. Okay, you guys, that was one of my poems by Dr. Maya Angelou. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, y'all.
It seems like it's getting hotter.
Oh, Lord. I didn't mean to put this on. I just had to cut that off. I didn't know how to cut it off, y'all. Ooh, Lord, I'm learning. I know y'all laughing at me. Okay, now that poem, y'all call it spoken words today. We call it poetry. Yeah, I thought that fitted melody because all these people backstabbing this girl, and this girl's still rising up. She said, out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. She's still rising regardless of what they saying about her, what they throwing at her. They throwing the kitchen sink, throwing all kinds of daggers in her back, but she's still rising up. Okay, the next one now, we're going to go into the commentary about
the wildfires, the heat domes, the higher sea level rise, these are part of the same phenomena. This is climate change.
Inflation. Senator Raphael Warnock
Lord,
said.
these
I'm hearing from
commercials.
Georgians that these are times.
Okay, I'm going to now to.
We agree, but I also feel like you wanted the publicity. It just sucks that it wasn't all pop.
Lord, not you today, okay, let's go to black tie tanning now. We're going straight into the 4th of July, okay, y'all? Let's see if it's up here. Okay, here we go. This is called the 4th of July and what it means to black people. Picnic. This is what we're going to go into. Right here, I started this off because y'all know that picnic is about hanging, right? So y'all say that was 1700, 1800. Actually, this right here was around on July the 4th, around my birthday, 2020, when this guy was being hung, and some black guy now. All his friends are white. He decided he gonna go out in these woods with these white folks, and somebody grabbed him and tried to hang him. Had it not been for other white people, they did. Now I can say that about them. Some of the white people would not allow them to hang this man. Well, here we go.
We're a very progressive city, democratic city, progressive, liberal. We believe in inclusion, but in our community, we know we have hate incidents every year. We know there's racism in our community and around our community, and we can't pretend that's not the case. I don't know what would have happened in the woods around Lake Monroe if there hadn't been other individuals there, if there hadn't been a video taken. We pray that any terrible episode, horrific interaction like this ends at least with as little violence as possible. There's obviously violence, but I don't know what would have happened.
Y'all see that? That was Mr. Vaughn. Yeah. They took him in the woods and tried to hang him, y'all. Yeah. There was some more white bystanders that stopped him.
Tonight, a black man from Indiana is accusing a group of white men of attacking him and threatening to lynch him, allegedly threatening to get a noose, claiming that he and his friends trespassed on the private property on their way to a public beach. Tonight, morning, the FBI has launched a hate crimes investigation. Here's Alex Perez.
Tonight, investigations underway in Indiana after this.
I'm going to tell y'all what happened. They didn't do anything to these people. Instead, the state is bringing charges against the black guy, y'all. Make that make sense.
Disturbing video posted on social media showing a group of white men attacking a black man, a 36-year-old.
Sorry, this was July the 8th. 2 years ago, around my birthday, y'all. I told y'all, it's tradition. It's July the 4th. That's their tradition. These are their children and their seed that's keeping this hanging tradition going.
Fox Booker, black guy, men hurling racist slurs and pinning Booker against a tree.
One of the gentlemen yells to his friend to get a noose. I thought these movies were literally going to
The ordeal unfolding July 4th at Lake Monroe near Bloomington, Indiana. Booker says he and his friend, who's white, were headed to the public beach when he says the men accused him of trespassing on private property. Booker says he tried to calmly talk to them, but was assaulted. Booker says what saved him was that his friends and bystanders refused to leave. The county prosecutor saying she's waiting for investigators to turn the case in for review, but tonight we've learned the FBI.
Both can agree that picnic for the black community has a very different meaning to them than to other races.
When we think about picnic in the black community, what comes to mind is the symbolic reference of black folks, particularly black men, though having not excluded both black women and children, of being lynched at what folks would call picnic-like gatherings.
In both the 18 and 1900s, lynching black citizens who were sometimes accused of crimes was commonplace in both the North and the South. Dr. Bates says that at some of these lynchings, people would take pictures with the deceased, eat food, hang out with friends, and take body parts for souvenirs. At this ceremony, Miami University officials gathered dirt from the lynching site of a local victim, Henry Corbin. Historian Claire Runkle says that in 1892, Corbin was working for a wealthy white family in Oxford.
The newspapers basically put it as is that Henry was this beloved servant of the Horner family, and at one night snapped and attacked Georgiana Horner with a piece of wood and killed her.
Even though Corbin's family maintained his innocence, and some people suspected the daughter of killing Georgiana, an angry mob went after him.
And he was sheltered by the Black community. They really tried to prevent his lynching.
Claire says Henry was discovered when a small boy who brought bakery rolls was caught feeding them to Henry in a shed. Henry attempted to shoot himself so the mob wouldn't hang them, but he survived. Henry was taken by the police, but then the mob took him from the jail.
There was advertisements talking about this lynching as a bloody circus. They really promoted this as like a community event. And so once they placed the rope around his neck, they dragged him through the snow into the public park, where they then hung him, riddled his body with 50 to 400 bullets, and then they left him hanging there. During this time, people were collecting souvenirs. They were, collecting curios like pieces of his clothing, pieces of the robe.
It was common lynchings, like the one that happened right here in Oxford, that caused some of the Black community to feel like the word picnic was offensive.
But I think it needs to be a higher level of sensitivity.
Hey, y'all, I was just thinking about, like, July the 4th, 2022. Did y'all see where they see, this is they see now that's doing this, all these mass shootings. They shoot up schools, they shoot up movie theaters. And then just on July the 4th, what did this white boy do? Shot up 4th of July parade. I mean, he killed, it was a mass shooting. I think it was over 6 people died, and many of them was murder. This is they see. They don't think twice about killing. It's just in their DNA. So some of them DNA is in their DNA. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. How what you call it, the rooster come home to roost when their own seed start shooting up their own people.
Empathy.
What happened? Sorry, y'all.
Towards people who may not be comfortable with the use of that word.
Talking about
Yeah, that was Caleb Boyd reporting. Following the discussion, Local 12 did not ban the word picnic, but we are open to substituting a different word.
Okay, you got. So we're still in this talking about facing history and ourselves and what our ancestors went through in this country called the United States. This is called the origins of lynching.
3 or more persons, which constitute mob, put someone to death extra-legally without court sanction, without legal sanction.
Now, look at this little girl, how she smiled. They're trying to blur her face out, but she is just delighted to see this black man being hung. They got all their little children out there. Look at that. Look at this child now. Look, this is a baby right here. Now, these seeds have grown up, right? Yeah, they're still around. That seed is still around. Yeah, that's how some of it translates to race soldiers on the police force. Now, policemen, I know that all of y'all are not bad. I'm talking about the race soldiers, who I'm talking about, the one that is white supremacist going on in the police department. Now, we know all policemen are not bad. That's not what I'm saying, that all of them are bad.
And they do it for the purpose of the tradition and or whatever their version of justice is. And this becomes a legal definition tradition by the 1920s to the NAACP and their struggle, of course, against lynching and trying to make lynching a federal crime. Lynching actually begins in the Revolutionary War years. And it's named after the brother of the man who founded Lynchburg, Virginia. And lynching took place as an extra-legal justice in courts. It takes place during that period of time because it's not too many courts. It's sort of difficult to get to them. This is a period, the British are also in place in many places in the South, and so it becomes very dangerous to move around. And so this is a form of justice, a local justice that is not condoned by a formal court. It's interesting. It's not until 1886 that the number of black lynch victims actually exceed the number of white lynch victims. So this is an American tradition that becomes racialized here for a number of reasons. There's a constant struggle over the meaning of who deserves the protection and rights that are talked about in the U.S. Constitution. And what happens, of course, is that one of the function of the stereotype, the racial stereotype, is to show that someone is undeserving of first-class citizenship. And until rather recently, first-class citizenship was seen not as a right, but as a privilege. And it was a privilege accorded to those with particular character and to live their life in a particular way and have the honor that you are talking about. This really stymied activism because in the history of African American history, there still exists to some extent a big conservative element that really says, if we live our life a certain way, we're going to become first-class citizens. That's what the Constitution says, that everybody's a privilege. It's not a right. In the late 19th century, an evolving scientific theory claimed that human beings could be categorized and ranked by such constructs as social standing and group affiliation.
Drawing on Charles Darwin's theory of biology, the fittest will survive, this science, called social Darwinism, perpetuated various myths about how societies evolved.
One particularly destructive myth was that Black people were inferior to white people.
See, y'all, this go into the 1776, 4th of July. That Declaration of Independence was not written for us. Because, why? We were 3/4 of a human beings in their eyes. The narrator just told you that she said that we were inferior.
And therefore, there was a justification to suppress their advancement in all areas. This society as a whole be brought down.
There had been prejudices always around color, ever since, the first Africans came to the U.S., but they changed. And in the late 19th century, with the advent of social Darwinism and the need to think about Black people, Black labor, and Black bodies in a particular way, we begin to see this idea that Blacks are actually beginning to devolve down the evolutionary scale.
This next poem is called The Negro Speaks of the River by Langston Hughes. You guys call it spoken word. In my day, we call it poetry. But this was one of my favorite poems. It speaks about how the slaves they had to escape by way of the Mississippi River. And all that they could say to each other when someone learned that they were trying to escape down the Mississippi River, just don't get caught down the Mississippi River. Anyway, the Negro speaks of the river. This is by me, y'all. My spoken words. Okay, y'all, this is called The Negro Speaks of the River. It's by Langston Hughes. You guys call it spoken words. We call it poems in my day. The Negro Speaks of the River is one of my favorite poems because the slaves, he was a little boy, Langston Hughes was a little boy when he wrote, I think he was like 15 when he wrote this, but you know, he grew up in a time when the slaves would be trying to escape by way of the Mississippi River. Just don't get caught on that Mississippi River. And this is dedicated to my Aunt Melinda, who died in the Atlantic Ocean, and the rest of the ancestors that died in the Atlantic Ocean, as well as on land. Anyway, The Negro Speaks of the River by Langston Hughes. All known rivers, ancient as the world, and older than the flow of human blood in human veins. My soul has grown deep like the river. My soul has grown deep like the river. I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo, and it loved me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised the pyramids above it. Oh, I heard the singing. Oh, I heard the singing of the Mississippi River. Just don't get caught in the Mississippi River, says the slave. Oh, John, oh, Mary, oh, Sue. Oh, you want to escape, but just don't get caught in the Mississippi River. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans. And I'll sing this muddy bosom. I'll sing it. I'll sing the evilness that goes by in that Mississippi River. Yeah. Oh, I heard the singing of the Mississippi. I heard the singing of the Mississippi. I heard the singing of the slaves saying, just don't get caught in that Mississippi River. All known rivers, ancient dusty rivers, my soul has grown deep like the rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. I heard the singing of the Mississippi. I heard the singing of the Mississippi. Just don't get caught in the Mississippi River. All known rivers. The Negro Speaks of the River by Langston Hughes.
$100 million passing through the hands of Black-owned businesses. Now, upon hearing this news, I immediately thought about Jay.
Okay, this section is by TD Hip Hop Media. Y'all know the drill. Always go to this young man. He's young, and he's well-read, well-studied, and well-researched. Pop in and see what's going on with politics. But this is about Jay-Z versus Ice Cube in politics and the Black community.
This partnership between Roc Nation and the NFL. And in the 3 years that have passed since their partnership began, can anyone actually tell you what tangible changes has come out of that partnership other than Jay-Z's company making millions of dollars off of producing the last 3 Super Bowl halftime performances? You see, in reality, that was all his partnership was about. But because he did not want to look like a sellout for doing business with the NFL, coming off of the Colin Kaepernick fiasco, he added a bogus social justice component to it to make it seem as if his partnership was about the people when it was in fact about his own pockets. But when you read the official statement that was released by the NFL at the time, it is clear as day that his partnership with the NFL was solely about his own pockets versus Ice Cube's partnership with the NFL, which is actually about putting money in the pockets of Black America. Now, what I'm going to do is read both statements, and after reading both, we'll see who's obviously about Black people versus who's obviously about themselves, but use Black people as a front. Now, let's get into the original Jay-Z Rock Nation statement first. And yes, the link to both statements will be in the description box below for you to read for yourselves.
Well-funded, powerful, anti-abortion politicians like Governor Kemp want to outlaw abortion in every state. In 2019, Governor Kemp bragged about signing the toughest abortion bill in the country. We need to protect abortion access in Georgia. Sign the petition.
One of the reasons I wanted to nominate Sylvester is because he's always one of the most hardworking people on our photo installs.
When Sylvester first started working with us, he didn't have a car. He would ride a bike, take multiple buses to get from downtown Detroit to our offices here in Detroit. He was never late, never complained. When we finally did get a car, that car got smashed up.
The real reason I want to nominate Sylvester is to get this out of our parking lot. Yeah, both sides bashed in, the hood doesn't close, doesn't have a driver's window.
Sylvester's a great family man. He's got 5 kids. The littlest one was just born about a year ago.
Carter is entering into a multi-year partnership with the NFL to enhance the NFL's live game experience and to amplify the league's social justice efforts. As part of the agreement, Rock Nation will advise on the selection of artists for major NFL performances like the Super Bowl. A major component of the partnership will be to nurture and strengthen community through football and music, including through the NFL's Inspire Change initiative. With its global reach, the National Football League has the platform and opportunity to inspire change across the country, Carter said in a press release. Rock Nation has shown that entertainment and enacting change are not mutually exclusive ideas. Instead, we unify them. This partnership is an opportunity to strengthen the fabric of our communities across America. Rock Nation also will work with the NFL to create and distribute content across multiple music streaming services for a variety of initiatives. Now, let's be honest. Does this partnership sound like Jay-Z is doing this for the people or for his own pockets? Listen, if Jay just wants to make money, then by all means, go ahead and do business with whoever you want to. But don't insult my intelligence with this BS social justice initiative that's nothing more than a tax write-off for the NFL because they gave a little bit of money to a couple of random nonprofits. Now let's get into the official NFL statement released concerning Ice Cube's new partnership with the NFL. The National Football League announced today its partnership with Contract with Black America Institute, an economic inclusion-focused initiative led by artist and entrepreneur O'Shea Jackson, also known as Ice Cube. The CWBA and NFL partnership enhances the NFL's dedication to increasing economic equity and partnerships with Black-owned businesses. The collaboration focuses on identifying league-wide opportunities in the financial, tech, and production sectors with a concentration in increasing direct and indirect spend to national Black businesses to help close America's racial and economic wealth gap. For more than a year, the CWBA Institute has been working closely with the NFL on identifying resources to build stronger, more substantive economic partnerships with the Black community, said Ice Cube. Our team at the CWBA, including my longtime business partner and entertainment lawyer, Jeff Quatnitz, and advisor, J. Ron Smith and Chris Pilkerton, are focused on building corporate partnerships with measurable economic growth outcomes for Black communities across the country. We believe this is a giant step in the right direction. Driven by this strong internal commitment to diversify the NFL's business partnerships with organizations like CWBA, the league has spent and allocated $125 million with Black-owned and operated businesses such as Ariel Investment, City First Broadway Bank, Cover Communications, and Fearless Technology during the last year. Our partnership with the CWBA is another reminder that partnering with intentional organizations is critical to everything we do at the league, said NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Black businesses play a major role in our country's economic prosperity. We understand these businesses have not always had the opportunity for exceptional growth. So we are pleased to have partners like Ice Cube and his organization, CWBA, in a continued collective push toward greater economic inclusion. Now, after reading both statements, it is more than obvious who's really about Black America and who's really about themselves. I don't really have to say much because it is painstakingly obvious after reading both statements. Now, what I want to do next is read a few passages from this Forbes article to bring more context to what Ice Cube is actually doing and how important this is.
I'm glad to see Ice Cube still trying to help Black America. I remember when Ice Cube said that he spoke to Trump and he spoke to Democrat. Now, about getting reparations. Biden and Harris says no. But Trump said, yeah, he was willing to do reparations. And most of these people act like they lost their mind. And it was because it was the Republican Party that said that they would give reparations to Black America and not Democrats. So you had all these Democrats, which are 90% Black, just just dogging this man out. But in reality, he's right. Who's going to give us reparations? You give me $1 million, I can send my own child to school. You give me $1 million, I can build my own empire. Anyway. So we're into this politics. We're the only race of people that do that. We vote Democrat all the way down. And the last 60 years, Democrat hasn't done anything from us. I'm not trying to tell nobody how to vote. I didn't vote Democrat and I didn't vote Republican. But we have to deal with facts. The fact is that look at all these Black men getting killed. They getting killed by police, and the Democrat refused to sign a hate crime bill for us. These are examples of how they do us. They take our vote for granted. Now let's look at Trump. Trump got a big mouth. He's a racist. Yeah, we know that. Trump had to come and let y'all know that, hey, look, don't get too comfortable. Yeah, racism is still here for all y'all Black people that want to get comfortable. Trump had to remind y'all, like, hey, don't get so comfortable. He got a big mouth. Then Jim Crow Biden. Jim Crow Biden has wrote all kinds of laws that have affected the Black community negatively, that have tore up the Black families. When he wrote that crime bill in 94 and Bill Clinton signed off on it, that was devastating to our community because our Black boys was going to prison for some weed. Weed now. Now they selling weed and they making money off of weed by making it legally. But Trump has never wrote any policies against Black America. This is what y'all got to deal with the facts. Jim Crow Biden has. Jim Crow Biden has wrote all kinds of policies against Black America. I call him Jim Crow because I remember him from the Jim Crow days. That man is hell on Black people. That man hates Black people. And y'all vote him in office. Why? Because he's the wolf in sheep clothing. And Trump is the big old fox that's run off at the mouth. Yet Trump has never wrote any policy, no policy, nada, against black people when Jim Crow Biden has.
In a statement announcing the partnership, the NFL said it would concentrate on increasing direct and indirect spend to national black businesses to help close America's racial and economic wealth gap. Now, just for clarity's sake, this specific paragraph right here is dealing with Ice Cube's actual contract with Black America. I just wanted to make that quick point clear. The contract's Sports Industry Economic Development Plan requests that sports leagues and teams hire exclusively black companies for food vendors and stadiums, including more black manufacturers, production companies, and marketing and advertisement agencies in league operations. Now, here's the important part. Jackson says he wants to add other sports leagues, including MLB and MLS, and says he's reached out to the NBA, but hasn't yet received a response. More than 73% of players in the NBA are black compared to 58% in the NFL.
This is Black Titanic. Hit that like button, share and subscribe. And remember, Eagles flies with Eagles. All right now, hit that like button, share and subscribe. This is Arthur Omo. Okay, I'm turning on the lights, y'all. Yeah. Just turn it on the lights. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, y'all. This is England that died aboard the Titanic. Yes, black people was aboard the Titanic. After almost the trying to keep you down. Okay, hey. Yeah. Yeah. 4th of July. LIE. They were hypocrites. This country was hypocrites now. They wanted their freedom from Great Britain, but they didn't let us go. No. Anyway, I'm going to sit around and going to read some of these chats. Y'all stick around. Let me get my glasses. How do y'all like the program? So we talked about Marceau and Tisha Scott, right? They claim that they don't do anything to nobody. They don't talk about nobody. They don't harm nobody. People got to come back to them and apologize for what they said on that interview. But we can see on that interview with Krista Jordan, they were dogging and dragging Melody out. We can see if y'all go back. I didn't watch all of that. Y'all make it watch it. The Carlos King. They on Carlos King right now in this little trailer, dogging Melody out. Yes, so we know what we're dealing with now. So let me read some of this. Gail Stock says that leased vehicle was most likely turned back in. Now the favor. Y'all talking about? She talking about coleslaw. Okay, Gail talking about coleslaw. The BMW coleslaw had to finally say bye to the famous Mr. BMW. Tisha was talking about. Yeah, that show was in there, wasn't it, y'all? That was in that video. Tisha was talking about, yeah, your husband bought you a matching BMW. Bought his girlfriend a matching BMW. She sure did say that, y'all. Willie Mae Jones. Hello, Miss Oma. Hey, Willie Mae Jones. And then PK Joe says, I bet she did too. She's very strategic. Oh, okay. PK Joe, you look beautiful, Miss Oma. Thank y'all. I'm rocking my mama today, y'all. Back in the day, this in 1920s, this is the way our ancestors wore their hairstyle. So I was flipping through some on my altar. I have an altar where I remember my ancestors. Now, look, y'all, your ancestors, just your dead loved one. Some of y'all call them angels. You Christian call them angels. They just could be your mama or father that done died, your grandparents, or even a friend or co-worker that done died. So that's what I mean by I had my ancestors out all their pictures, and all the women had the same hairstyle. It was their hair. Some of them had curly hair like this. Some of them had their own natural hair, but they all had this hairstyle. So that's what I'm rocking today. So Sunrise says, good precious morning, Miss Black Titanic. Well, good morning to everybody, to you too, Sunrise. What a beautiful name. Sunrise, yeah, that's a nice nickname. That go with that poem on there. What? I Rise by Dr. Maya Angelou. Amen, says Gloria Kimball. Martha Gray, damn, I ain't late. What I miss? Oh, yeah, you just have to watch the replay, girl. We still on the 4th of July. I had to come back this morning because there were some videos that wasn't on the first video. So I said, I can't do this. I got to finish this up. So Miss Marshall, give me all these laughing, y'all call them mojogi? Well, laughing face. And so did hangover. Oh yeah, she laughing about the hangover, Ma. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been young, yeah. I used to celebrate on that 4th because you know my birthday is on the 6th, y'all. That's right, y'all. Y'all better hit that cash out today. Give me some gifts. My birthday tomorrow. $1, $2, $3. Y'all better do grandma good. And share this video and like it. Yeah, so Isabel says good morning. Good morning to all of y'all. It's not a lot of y'all on here, but I'm grateful for the ones on here, y'all. So I got 48 people on here. Lord, that's a blessing this morning. Yeah, I've been young. Yeah, I'll be over drinking a little bit, celebrating the 4th and my birthday. And then I'll have a hangover on the 7th. Got to spend the next 3 days getting sober. That was when I was in my 20s, y'all, over 40, 50 some years ago. All right, you guys, y'all have a great day today. And look, y'all, I told these people that I was not going to babysit. I wake up both of the great grandbabies here. They here. So I guess we'll go walking. We'll go for some walks and feed the ducks. Oh, yeah, y'all, before I leave, I've got a bird. It's a bird on my porch that done had some babies. Now, I got one of the hanging baskets on the porch. And that's what they have made their homes at. So I sit up and I watch them. It's a whole family. It's a daddy, a mama, and a baby. And so, I don't know much about birds. So we start throwing bread on the porch, so the mama or the dad don't have to go out and look for food. All they got to do is get the bread off the porch. Little did I know that the baby was going to be hard-headed. Now, the baby's a newborn and the baby ain't learned how to fly yet. She done jumped down out of the nest and all on the ground, can't fly. I'm trying to get her up and she trying to run from me. She can't fly. She trying to run all from me. Anyway, I finally get the baby bird up and pull her in her nest. But it's interesting just to open my door and see that the daddy's still there, the mama's still there. They go out and get food. And then the little baby was being disobedient. I'm sure mama told her, not to get down because she couldn't fly. So right after that, I started noticing mama. Mama wouldn't go nowhere. I guess that baby had hurted herself when she fell. So dad would just bring the food in. So I just sit up every day and learn the habitat of these birds. It is the daddy still with the mama and they got 2 babies. So now since the baby done hurt herself, mama don't go nowhere. she stayed there and nursed the baby, and Dad bring the food in, y'all. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna videotape it for y'all. I don't know how long it'll be before the baby start flying, but they're not flying yet. Anyway, love y'all. Have a great day. I'm gonna enjoy my great grandbabies. And remember, hit that cash app now. Hit that cash app. Give me some gifts for my birthday. Love y'all. I'm just playing with y'all about the cash app now. And if you want some books, please specify and go to my email and say that you want a book. That's the only way I know what the money for. And I'm just playing with y'all with the cash app. Thank everybody for everything. Anyway, thank you for the cash app. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting this little old lady. Bye, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Remember, the 6th is tomorrow. Yeah, that's me. July the 6th. Bye, y'all.